Okay, hi everybody, it is me, Bonkai922. Doing the first impressions, Rick was like, Bonkai, you gotta do this over fucking Altador Zero. Hey man, Altador Zero, I had to do it, it was 5 episodes. You want to wait? Zankyou no Terra, or better known as Terra Resonance, Terra in Tokyo, Terra of Resonance. Now, this series, it's first impressions time for this series, and I want to say this right now. When I first saw it, it didn't hit me until someone mentioned it, and I was like, OMG! And what am I referencing? Now, the series essentially what it is. In an alternate version of the past, Tokyo has been decimated by, shocking terrorist attack, and the one hint to the identity of the culprit is a bizarre video uploaded on the internet. The police, baffled by the cryptic clue, are powerless to stop the paranoia spreading across the population. While the world searches for a criminal mastermind to blame for the tragedy, two mysterious children who do not exist, masterfully carry out their hideous plan. Cursed to walk through the world with the names 9 and 12. Remember those names, because people who live in America, you can kind of understand what the fuck Watanabe was going for in this anime. Now, 9 and 12. Here's a bit synopsis. 9 and 12, the two combine to form Sphinx, a clandestine entity determined to wake the people from their slumber and pull the trigger on this world. Now, already I didn't realize this. I didn't realize what Watanabe did in like the first couple of episodes. I just saw episode 5. 9 and 12, and they blow up a building in Japan that looks similar to another building. Listen, what Watanabe did in this anime, god damn, man, that's fucking unbelievable. Now, aside from the fact that these guys' names are 9 and 12, and that one of the buildings they destroy is similar to another building, I was like, oh my god. Can you imagine, people, if this anime came out, I don't know, 2002? Hell, 2001? Oh my god. The shitstorm that would ensue. Now, animation-wise, very beautiful. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Just OSTs, music, fantastic. Now, from what I understand, this has a light novel or manga or something. I believe it's a manga. I haven't read it, but from what I've saw in the first 5 episodes, even like the beginning, I already knew. I find this anime, it's fun. It has the potential to go down, and mind you, I've been watching anime for a very long time, as a classic. Now, what do I mean by that? The vibe I get from this show is exactly what I would say. I believe this was said by Miyazaki. How, the whole aspect of the culture, of the otaku culture, about the whole loyalty thing and the incest thing. This show, I will say right now, is the anime that he believed that was saying was missing from otaku culture. Was missing from the genre of anime. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 9.5 out of 10. Okay? 9.5 out of 10. Now, here's the thing. You're talking about an anime. Really think about this. Point of view from terrorists. Terrorists. Now, from 5 episodes, we've been given a few pieces about 9, 12. In this last episode, we find out about another character, 5, who's this woman with like silvery hair. And oh my god, when I saw her, holy shit. That was like, I was blown away. Oh, too beautiful to watch. Like you're blinding me with your gorgeousness. So, well, there are other characters in the show, obviously, that were slight importance. This girl, I believe her name is Lisa. Mishima Lisa. We'll just call her Lisa. So Lisa obviously gets involved with these two, 9 and 12. And, like, recently, the very beginning, it wasn't really a big thing. He told her, oh, we're watching you. One more false move and we'll kill you, essentially. And then just like recently in the end of episode 4, 5, that she goes with them. And this whole thing of why they're doing this, which is attacking these buildings and everything, has to do with something that has to do with them that happened to them in the past, I believe. And they're waking up people of this travesty that happened to them, essentially. I'm thinking that's what's going on here. And as we go further in the anime, we're probably going to get some more details here and there. Now, I use the word classic for good reason. Because, now, you look at the animes that Watanabe's done. Bebop, I believe he did Champloo. Kids on a Slope, Wallflower, Dandy. Now, those are the ones I can name that I to some extent, I'm not sure if he did Champloo. Don't correct me if I'm wrong on that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But those are the ones I know. Now, here's the thing. I'm calling it right now. This could go down as a classic. It's like one of those animes that come out, sort of. I guess you could say like Psycho-Pass. I don't want to label anything, but this anime has the potential to be one of the best animes. Time. I'm not going to say of all time, but it has the potential to be a classic. An anime that you watch, and then, like, I want to say, like, 5-10 years later, oh, yeah, man, I saw that shit. That anime was unbelievable. That's a classic, man. Classic. Like, you put it on the same, I'm not say level, but same nostalgia effect as Bebop, well, even more than Death Note. But same, I would say, as Bebop and like Champloo and all that other jazz. And from what I've seen so far, 5 episodes in, like I said, 9.5 out of 10. And I do believe, the only one that can compete with Terror is that other anime, which the name eludes me. Barukomon? The one about the calligraphy guy? That's probably the only other anime I can think of that can be number 1. Now, Rick was like saying, do this. Why you do this? You make me sad. I'm doing it now, Rick. But that's the feeling I get. I get a classic feel with Terror. I get Watanabe is going to bring us back to the good old days. To animes that actually had good story, had interesting characters, you know, and this is pretty dark stuff. You know, Watanabe, man, he brought in some dark shit here. We got terrorism, we got something going on with this, with 9 and 12, and they're doing this for a specific reason. I like it. I think it's fucking awesome. And, you know, I think, what was it? Zoro Fanboy, he was saying, oh, the opening's not good. I like the opening of Terror, but I would say that the closing might be a little bitter. But overall, 9.5 out of 10. Anyone who isn't watching this anime, what the is wrong with you? That's all I have to say. What the is wrong with you? And I was looking on Anime Kiss and Kiss Anime. They were saying, oh, there's not gonna... Listen, this is... Funimation has the rights to this. They're gonna, this is gonna come out on Blu-ray. I could only imagine. Because, like, once you watch this shit and you look at that first episode with Tower, I'm like, God damn, Watanabe. I just go like that. And I'm like, holy shit. But I like it. I like it's... This is like a really crazy subject to go with terrorism and shit. It's crazy. But I believe, you know, anyone who's not watching this series, like, what's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you like I don't know. The people who don't like this show, I look at them and I say to myself, what? Don't like it. You don't like it. Why? And if people say, oh, because the girl, that's why? No, that's not a reason. It's not a reason. I'm sorry. But I think this is a really good show. And until, you know, like, it goes into it was Watanabe. God damn, man. It's Watanabe. And so far, the animation is superb. I like 9, 12, and I forgot to mention this other guy, the police, this detective. And this is the kind of Death Note vibe. I don't know if it has a Death Note vibe. I don't think it can be stated of a Death Note vibe. I don't see it that way. But there's this guy, Shibaki? What was his name? He had, Shizabaki, I think. Shibazaki. Or Kenjiro. So yeah, Kenjiro's basically this guy who was a retired detective. He's working in archives. And they basically bump him up to solve the mystery, the riddles that they give. Because that's the other thing they do when they're blowing up something. They give a riddle to the cops, and they're known as fakes. 9 and 12. Forgot to mention that as well. But so far, I am sold on Terror. 9.5 out of 10. That's the story. And a story. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bankai Night 22. I mean, there's nothing else for me to say. This show, you guys in the comment section below, tell me what you guys think, but I get this classic feel. I get this feeling from this anime that down the road, year or two from now, people are going to look at this anime and it's like, oh man, that's a classic. I get that feel with it. Say what you will. This is an anime that would go on the Adult Swim block back in the good old days. During the Saturday blocks, remember those? With Yu Yu Hakusho and shit? This anime would be put there. That's what I believe. Tell me what you guys think. I'm Bankai Night 22. I will see you guys later. Yo, terrorism, Watanabe. I saw what you did there. Yo, that's reckless, but I loved it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.